Texas lawmakers vote this week on whether the state should officially defy the Supreme Court's ruling on marriage. Alabama and Minnesota are also debating bills to undermine marriage equality. At least one presidential candidate seems to think that if elected, he could veto the Supreme Court. But a new survey shows that Americans are getting tired of these anti-gay shenanigans. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for May 11th, 2015. When the Supreme Court rules on marriage this June, everyone in the country will be bound by the decision. Everyone. Even Texas. And yet, this week, Texas lawmakers will vote on a bill that would order state employees to defy the anticipated pro-equality ruling from the court. Just to be clear, this is definitely not allowed. When the Supreme Court says you have to do something, you can't just pass a no I don't bill, no matter how big your cowboy hat is. But the bad news is that this bill, which is definitely not constitutional, will probably pass. It has a ton of co-authors in the House, plenty of support in the Senate, and Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that marriage equality causes unplanned pregnancies, so he'll probably sign it. Eventually, the law will be overturned, but that could take years and millions of dollars. And in the meantime, LGBTs will continue to suffer, denied the equal dignity of marrying the person they love under a law that should never even been passed in the first place. And it's not just Texas that's doing this. Last week, Alabama debated HB 56, which would allow judges to refuse to marry gay couples. And in Minnesota, where marriage has been legal for 3 years, Republicans are pushing a bill that would poke holes in the state's non-discrimination laws, allowing private companies to penalize gay and lesbian couples. Presidential candidates are jumping on the bandwagon as well. Candidate Ben Carson says that if he was elected president, he would simply overrule the Supreme Court's decision. That statement is so completely divorced from the way things actually work that it's hard to understand what Ben Carson thinks the president even is. The good news is that most Americans want marriage equality, and they want it from the Supreme Court. A new survey shows that 58% of Americans want the LGBT couples bringing suit before the court to win. For now, those politicians passing anti-gay laws may be popular with their local base, but the more people learn that these bills are unnecessary and not even legal, the less popular they get. Those are the headlines. Subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date on all these stories. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.